You know, folks, I'll introduce a friend of mine here shortly. Some of you have known him for quite some time. They called him years ago Mr. Donald Gibbons. Can you imagine that? Under a business hat, you imagine that? I can't imagine that. He had a brother named Hooter, and he and his brother Victor Hugo. Yeah, he was a bit of a poet, that Victor Hugo. And my daddy, he read all that poetry. Well-known man, preacher man, kind of a stump preacher. He had a little old fortune teller up the road if you ever lost a wristwatch or someone stole something from you. My daddy said, yeah, I could tell you about where it is, but we better leave old Gracie a little of that chance to pick up a few bucks. And they'd go to her, and you know what? She hardly ever missed. She'd sit and meditate with them, and she'd tell them exactly, I'll tell you what. Well, I'm getting kind of off the track. What I wanted to do is throw a friend of mine into the ring along with that, not Killebrew, that old wrestler. He's running with some vice president. What is his name? What is the vice president's name? Now, this goes under cartoon comics. But this is a serious situation. Get out of here, you fool. Leave me alone. I'm doing some video here this evening. Evening, she says. Yeah, Donnie, do you know it's almost midnight? Well, I get carried away. When I was a businessman, I'll tell you, I was into this and that, and matter of fact, man, I found myself in a private airplane flying high above the sky, and that old motor quit. Well, that's getting a long way from politicians, but then there's a man running today. I'm sure he'll have his hat in the ring. Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'll take my hat off to you ladies, but I don't take my hat off to many politicians, I'll tell you that. They're kind of like an attorney, and you attorneys have heard that one, so I'm not going to pull that on you. Trust in God, not politicians. So when you go to the polls, when we get there, if there's still a political office open, we don't know that Obama's gone. He might come up with something out of one of his sleeves. I know you're not Gildersleeve. Gildersleeve had a kind of undercover look to him. This president of ours, he's got that cool look, I'll tell you what. If he had white wings, he could be an angel. But you gotta know God. That's the secret of life today. I don't care what you look like. It's what you got inside. If it has been given back to the Creator that made you, and if you have a question about that, I suggest you go to, well, of course I live in Mesa, so top of the list would be Red Mountain, but that's too far to ride, and I can't get there on time, so I have some friends over here at, yeah, not too far, Central Christian Church. They have an Acts ministry, and I'll tell you, there's some people in that church that could run for high office. They know Jesus. And you politicians, search your soul and be sure you know the man that created you is still around. And I know personally he's getting a little bit fed up with some of the wing-wanging that's been going on. I myself was guilty over time till I found out I was chosen to be as I am. No matter where I am, no matter what I step into, believe me, I was chosen to go there so I could share with you. And you go back over there to the kitchen. I'm not going to quit this. You understand that? It's business time. My business hat came from a man. He loved to drink. I'm not going to tell you his name, but he said, Donnie, if you ever need anything from me, including my hat, go get it. And I wear it proudly. Hooter knows who I'm talking about. That's my brother. Three of us vets, my two brothers and I. It's getting late. Maggie, warm the shower up or run me a bath. She don't come often, but she's a real caregiver when she gets here. Cares more about her than anybody else. But then again, who am I to judge? The Bible says, judge none. So I'm going to bring this to a close because my power bill is going up in this production studio of mine. I'm going to give you a glimpse of what it looks like. There it is. You can see it. I'm in the flag business too. If any of you people ever need flags, go to DONEGIBBINS@gmail.com. You'll get a reply very shortly, and the price will be right because it comes from Yes. Valley Forge Flag. He's treated me right for years. I'm so busy doing God's work that I neglect the flag business, but I have an opportunity for any of you. Pull up that email, let me know who you are, and I'll put you to work for yourself. I'll match your funds, and we'll send you out on the road to make money for you and your family. Get off disability. Get on a website. Order an Apple iPad and a phone through us, and we'll match your funds, and that's that. I'm getting back to the political system in this country. We need jobs. And you politicians that are guilty, and it isn't this man in the chair, I've been guilty of a lot of things. I used to stand before the congregation. I said, if I'm guilty of anything I want, and I'm greedy, like many of you. But I said, God above, I need all your love, and I'm only greedy for more of you. And he says to me now as I get older, you were chosen to be, Donnie. In the book of Exodus, I am sent me to you folks. Pull me up, follow my blog. You'll hear it soon. You'll see it on Facebook. You'll see it on YouTube. And by the way, let's all take a moment and pray. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. I repeat that. On earth as it is in heaven. You politicians